Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us is the Sangean HDR-16. This is an AM FM stereo HD portable radio. In this video, I'm performing an evening medium wave band scan. First we'll go over features, second I'll do a size comparison, and third I'll start cruising the evening band. So let's check it out, the Sangean HD radio. Yeah, this is an awesome radio, the HDR-16. You can find it for sale new on Amazon for around $100, $107, give or take. It's kind of on the higher side, but inflation has happened over the last 5 years, so there's that. But you can find these renewed from Sangean of America on Amazon as well for $79.99. And the cool thing about renewed is I think you get like a 90-day warranty, at least you get something. But they also provide you with sometimes a box. They get the AC adapter, which is brand new, and then the radio looks brand new. There's not a scratch on it, so they must use a new enclosure. They might have replaced speakers on a unit. I think that was one of mine had different speakers, but otherwise it looks brand new. So it's totally worth saving the money and getting renewed through Sangean America. So there you go. So features this bad boy, the HDR-16. It is a great radio right off the bat. It does not have a 200mm ferrite in it like the D15, the D5, same size radios, but it's got this 4-inch or 4.5-inch antenna that's tuned like beautifully with this radio. So yeah, let's go ahead and check out some features. Left hand side, we have auxiliary in, record out, and earphone. And we got our DC input, 7.5 volts, 8/10 of an amp. Nice. Going to the front here, I believe we have two 2.5-inch speakers. Rockin it. They sound great, by the way. I love it because you can control the bass treble, and we'll talk about the bass treble here in a moment. We have a 2-line character display, dot matrix, really nice for showing data there. Low battery indicator. This lights up red when your batteries get low. We have a power sleep function right there. Band button. So we had our AM, FM, and I think it toggles auxiliary. HD seek down, HD seek up. So once you do your seek, you can go ahead and go through your HD channels. Got menu info button there. Page function. This is nice because the original one didn't have a page button. You had 5 presets per band. They probably had 2 FM bands. But this one allows you page functions. So you have 4 pages of 5 presets each, giving you a total of 20 per band. So a total of 40 on the radio. That's not bad. So at least you got something. And I do like these quick presets. They're very handy. You just press and hold. It beeps. And then you've locked in that station. Similar to a car stereo. If you know how to operate one of those, you can operate this radio. It's that simple. So yeah, there you go. And then going to the right-hand side, we have our volume control with the tone control. So you got bass treble there by pushing it in. And then it's clicky. So you're going to be hearing that while I go back and forth. Because I have to silence the radio to talk about the station we're on. Tuning, same thing. Clicks, tune, you're going to hear that. Seek select, I could browse tune, but I like to manually tune. And of course, you can select your settings. Go to the top of the radio. We have a built-in handle. And our whip antenna there, which is 27-inch, which is universal across almost all Sangean radios, even the small ones. This thing's pretty heavy. And so this little antenna will actually weigh down a smaller radio. I've had that happen. D9W, if they still make it, if you know about that radio. Yeah. Here we go. We got frequency chart, frequency information. According to toggle your AM, 9 kilohertz, 10 kilohertz. It runs on 4C batteries. It's behind a captured battery door there. Let me see if I can just open it up for you. You got this high gloss piano black plastic, which I hate. It's a fingerprint magnet, dust magnet, and you know me and dust. I'm always wiping it off. I can't stand it. It bugs me. But yeah, it definitely is a fingerprint magnet. Now this one was donated to the radio channel by Jason R. Thank you, sir. I have 2 of these now. I have one new in the box, pretty much. And this one here, which you've used, you can see it's scratched up a bit, but it runs great. And I like having a radio that I don't have to worry about if I get a scratch on it. Yeah, that's the best way. So thank you, sir. You're awesome. You have an awesome radio here, and I love doing the band scans with it. So size comparison, we can throw up a CC pocket. This does provide us time, and I believe a calendar as well. So we'll get to see that. But on the little radio here, it's 11:29 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA, for the sake of the band scan. But there's our pocket in the house. And then we have CC Skywave. Now, of course, this radio is digital, so I don't need another digital radio to check with, but I usually use this with my analog radios when I do those scans, because this comes in handy. Pocket-sized. Okay, if you don't have those two radios, we have a deck of cards. Actually, I have two. Iron Mans! Plural. They have the plans. The master plans. They can spin it like no one can. I'm trying to spin them both at the same time. Oh, yeah, like turntables, man. Look. I have too much fun in my basement. Yes, I'm in my wife's basement. That's it. There you go. Anyway, deck of cards. Awesome. Iron Man rocks. So we know that. So let's go ahead and turn it on and start cruising the band. So we got this bright white display, which is hard to read, so I'll kind of tell you what's going on, but there's our frequency, 520. Page we're on for pages, so we can switch that. Page 2, page 3, page 4, maybe the page button. And of course you'd have those 5 corresponding presets. Band we're on AM, clock, so you can change what's showing there. So we have the clock setting. Well, I think we have a calendar. Whoops, hit the wrong button. So here, December 4th, 2024. Nice. That's when I'm filming this. I think that's RDS clock. Or RDS information. And then we have our S meter. Now, this signal strength meter here, if you get past this little threshold here, this little square, if the station was HD, you'd pull in the HD information. That's really nice to have. This radio also has an auto bandwidth to it. Even though it doesn't talk about it, you actually notice the tone quality will be lower on stations with lower strength, and the tone will brighten as it intensifies. So if you have a strong signal, it'll widen the signal and brighten the audio. Really cool. And then it starts to narrow it down as the signal gets weaker. So you can get stations out of it. And I think that's how it handles the radio so well. So it's a tune. Cool. We're picking up a hint of Cuba. I got a Turkey Advantage passive loop we're going to use. Put a perpendicular to the top of the radio and tune away. There it is. So that's pretty cool. I think it's a really strong station. It might be 250,000 watts. I'm not sure if it's that high. You guys can let me know if you know about these Cuban stations. But southeast Cuba is about 1,750 miles away out there in the islands. And you can pick it up on 530 on a little part of the band. That's what we're hearing right now, with a little bit of a boost from the passive loop. Very cool.
Right now, a lot of people are trying to
keep the loop handy off to the side here.
Things from pardons, real pardons, to folks to executive action. But again, you know, to get some stuff done. And I'm not sure if I would look to the Department of Justice as being the most progressive department to move
540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin, 70 miles to the north, 400 watts at night.
I mean, former FBI director, I believe he was a former judge too. He wrote that report for public consumption. He very carefully vetted every single thing that was in it. And it was Bill Barr who blacked out large portions of it. Why the hell has Merrick Garland not
turn that down? So yeah, you have a bass treble. So you have 12 steps of bass, 12 steps of treble. It's really nice. You can really dial in your audio quality. You need that with HD radio. It sounds fantastic.
It was the wrong pick, I think, to begin with.
If you're looking to buy a multifamily home, commercial property, retail property, whatever it may be, Manor Real Estate.
Here's 550 KTRS, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles southwest, 5,000 watts.
They've been on the front lines. They have that expert advice. Because when you buy and sell real estate, that's what is that simple.
The immigration issue just continues to unfold, and it just never ends. What is getting interesting in this?
Here's 560 WIND, The Answer, Chicago, local.
Once, by the way, to his credit, and I had Tom
it definitely brighten the audio, as you can tell. And this will, every time you adjust, this will adjust. But it looks like we got almost full strength here, or it is full strength.
And then, of course, they came, meaning all of the illegal immigrants, and crime went through the roof.
to talk to Charles. Charles, what's the worst rule report? What's going on?
WKZO, I believe, or this could be KXSP. I think this is KXSP at night. Omaha, Nebraska, 405 miles, 5,000 watts to the west.
Counts from the line of scrimmage, but a field goal kicker starts from where the ball is placed down on the field. That makes no sense to me.
Well, I think it's because the punter doesn't need the windup, right?
Intern experience, and I get that basic level experience until now all of a sudden I have checked.
Okay, here's WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, on 600. This is 175 miles west. Forgot to mention how cool this handle is. Did I mention that? Love it. Flush fitting. I'm leaving it up right now just to handle the radio, but yeah, I love that handle. Yeah, it's the little things, right? Change our pages there. All right, let's keep going.
I think you're absolutely right. Here's what I would say to someone coming out of college. If they say, you need experience in communications or you need experience with problem solving, you know what I would do? Instead of saying, like this young lady said, and I'm not knocking her, my part-time jobs didn't have that experience. You know what I would do? I would look back into my high school and college experience.
That's cool. As I moved the radio, it went from a duller sound to a higher pitch sound. So that's definitely a bandwidth thing going on, auto bandwidth.
And as the student editor, I had solved problems.
I like that better than auto tuning. So yeah.
Because of that answer, but there's the gumption point. They're looking for.
There's a hint of religious music, KYFI, St. Louis, Missouri. Cool.
Black nonprofit organizations came out in Whatever happens.
Two stations coming in here. This direction, we're picking up WOI, Ames, Iowa, 265 miles, 1,000 watts at night. And then to that direction, which is southeast, we're picking up a local station, WMFN, Piatone. Cool. And that's 650 Nashville, Tennessee. If we could see that somehow. 650 Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles south. So we're picking up a hint of WFAN, New York, New York, 750 miles. Now this is a great radio, highly selective because we're not picking up 670. 670 is a monster station near me, home of the Cubs, WSCR, which you're going to hear in a moment. But we're able to hear New York, New York. Now there's some music here too on 660. I got to figure out what that is. Maybe one of you guys can comment down below what you think the music is on 660. Sounds like country. Bring the loop in. Okay, I better not hover on that too long. Hopefully, if it's silenced, it's because I, hovered too long. But that's okay. Yeah, there's music there in 660. That's interesting. I don't know what that is. If I do figure it out, I'll put a pop-up here. But otherwise, I don't think I figured that out yet.
Kansas. Ashworth in trouble. Ashworth pitches it away to Pop. Pop, downhill. Pop, scoop, layup, good!
670 the score, WSCR, Chicago. Now, if your station's bright like this and it's too bright, you don't like it, you can always give it more bass. Like right now, I have the bass turned down and I have the treble turned up, so...
Part of a 27.7 rebound night for Pop Isaacs as Creighton shocked number one Kansas 76-63. Call courtesy of the Blue Jays Radio Network. Rest of your score.
Obtained and erected.
Oh, nice.
And they're also very easy to take down. So that's why a number of them disappeared. But they're a curved structure, and because they're curved.
So this is CJOE I forget where. I'll put a little pop up here. It's 850 miles to the northwest. It's coming in beautifully. This is the same direction now as 670 was. And most radios you'd be hearing bleed over 670 because not only are you face the same direction, which they call you're not nulling it out. If you turned it 90 degrees, you can null out some of those strong stations. But since we're in the same direction, we're not nulling out 670. And a lot of times it bleeds over. But here we're picking up 680. It's definitely highly selective receiver. Awesome.
It depends on how the fabric you put around the curved structure. And the structure in the Roxy had this fiber board, sort of like a 10 test type.
I heard Ohio State and I heard ESPN Radio, so I don't know. This doesn't sound like Montreal, Quebec. I think we talk about Ohio State, but maybe it is. Usually it's the CKGM in this direction, Montreal, Quebec.
Have and the devastation that caused, but in terms of what they had predicted, again, this fear-mongering of these storms, these are within range of what they had been before.
Here's WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles to the east, a trucker station. Yeah, they talk a lot about trucking and what you expect when you're on the road. That's nice. So over-the-road truckers, I don't know if you guys watch my videos. If you do, awesome. Yeah, this station here gives you a lot of information. I mentioned that because my dad was an over-the-road trucker for many, many years, had millions of miles, and I respect definitely truck drivers.
In 2025, 2005, 2020, and 2024. Just one season.
KGO only had, I don't know, 5,000, 7,500, around that, less than 10,000 watts. And so, and they both could operate, obviously non-directional, because that's the only way they could operate. And
so here's 720 WGN, the Raleigh James Show. If you check out my shorts, you'll see a WGN shout out for Todderbert. Yeah, a guy came on here and gave a shout out to my YouTube channel. Was that awesome or what? I got to record it live. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, you know that's so funny because we were driving it, and like the last time I really paid any attention, they were doing that ill-fated all betting after.
Definitely a DX machine. You could spend a lot of time here. 740 CFCM Zoomer Radio, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles northeast. It's amazing. It sounds fantastic. And it's the time of year. We're in December, so yeah, the station's coming nice at night. It's a good time to be listening to the AM band. Sex machine, all right. Here's WSB, Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles southeast.
95.5 WSC, Atlanta's News and Talk.
9:51 on the Mark Aram Show. Following some big breaks.
$10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns. U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control.
760 WJR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
And file criminal charges.
This half hour, line 4, Alfred in Queens, New York. Alfred, what is on your mind?
Yeah, it just reminds me of the Charles Manson.
Here we are on 770 WABC, New York, New York, 750 miles northeast. Coming in clear. Beautiful.
I'm not going to be as kind and nice as my colleague Rita Cosby was.
The field like it's a game scenario, something Matt Eberflus did not emphasize in practices, and maybe it'll work.
You never know what the spark is, and I think that's...
So here's 780 WBBM News Radio, Chicago, and as you can see, or if you can see, page 1, preset 4. So that's what's set right here. So that's cool. Tells you at a glance. There we go. We can see it now. I wish it had an option to turn the backlight off, because I really don't need it, and it really washes it out, even in person. I have a hard time reading that. The original had amber. I'm a fan of amber, but a lot of people like white, but do you like it that white? I don't know. But yeah, my other one's white as well, unfortunately.
Thursday night's Bulls game in San Antonio. Ball will play Friday at home against Indiana. With sports and 16 and 46 packs.
I think I forgot to show you. If you press and hold for your menu choices, I can show you real quick. You got tuning regions there. We have sleep time. You can turn it on and off. Factory defaults. Version we're on. I think we're on version 3. Yeah. And then alert history. Yeah, this says emergency alerts because of HD radio. It's not like weather alert. It's not like a NOAA weather alert, but it's similar. So there you go, alerts. You can turn that on. Language. It has 2 alarms. Yeah, I forgot to show you guys this. And 12 or 24-hour clock. Sake of simplicity, I'm running a 12-hour clock. So yeah, I'll show it to you real quick there. All right, I think tap, get back. All right.
Minutes either way between Mannheim and the Jane Byrne interchange.
VisionaryWellnessImaging.com.
This is Victor McClure from the Common Sense Investing Radio Show. Years as a financial advisor, I've never seen higher income payouts than right now.
Oh, that's some great nulling, because 820 locally here, it booms over this direction usually as well, but it's not. This radio is actually nulling it out by pointing it directly 90 degrees away from the station that's offending. So this is 820 WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas, which is quite the distance, 810 miles southwest.
These higher interest rates we have temporarily are causing these historically high annuity payouts. As soon as they start lowering interest rates, annuity payouts will also decrease. Think about it. Up to 15% guaranteed. In other words, every million gives me $150,000.
You get 25% off your service for 2 years if you use the code STEM25.
In this direction here, we have WCPT, which is actually that direction. It's, yeah, when you have your fair right line, you usually get the stations in that direction and that direction. WCPT. Okay.
That's right. This is a submarine. It's fully autonomous, no crew at all. It operates with remote autonomy protocols and also...
Here's 830 WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles to the west.
...in tests out in California.
With the intention of manipulating, and they eventually see how far they can get. And that's the power play. It's the idea of the corrupt power, and people tend to use it and abuse it.
Here's 840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky. This is ground zero, and 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. is coast to coast. Is most of you guys know, probably that watch my channel. If you don't, and if you like paranormal stuff, tune it in. It used to be Art Bell, now it's George Norrie.
The idea that, you know, somebody telling you they are going to help you isn't exactly what they're telling you that they're going to do. They're going to do something that's going to harm you. Let's go to Bill in Kentucky. Hey, Bill.
It's been a great game because you get the young guy and Bo Nix playing against the veteran guy who's at...
So here's 850 KOA, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles to the west.
You had Von Miller playing against the Denver Broncos. Jalen...
Spotting, on disait, mais pas avec la drogue, avec la bière. Puis à un moment donné, on a fait comme... Mais c'est parce qu'on n'a jamais rien écrit.
CJBC, Toronto, Ontario.
On va venir nous chercher dans le salon. Donc,
No, unfortunately, and I say this unfortunately, I don't think that movie can come out now.
They got some weird frequency modulation going on there. 870 WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles. I know they have some major storms down there right now. Don't know if that's causing that warble effect.
Boy George soundtrack in the background.
Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking launch ship with thoughtful service, cultural enrichment, and all-inclusive fares. Discover more at Viking.com. It's London with dry age-related macular degeneration.
Okay, this should be WHSQ out of New York. Used to be WCBS. Yep. I don't think the signal is as good. You guys can let me know what your findings are.
Committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, cultural enrichment, and all.
So here's 890 local WLS Chicago. The big 89.
Age-related macular degeneration.
We're gonna go a little quicker. Speed up the dial here.
In my mind was...
Okay, they got music here. It rocks. WFAW, Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin.
having
every opportunity you've had to say, I'm putting my stamp on things and we've got control of this and this is the direction, you failed. Everything's been one excuse making and we're one play away, one decision away, all of that. He needs to take some time to heal. Who is this on the phone telling me about this?
I'm not sure on this one. I want to say it's Kansas City, Missouri, but it's not. We're getting a strength increase southeast or northwest.
Canceled all his shows. During his time away, he focused on rest and gaining perspective.
This is CBW, Winnipeg, Manitoba, 675 miles to the northwest. Now, the problem is we are hearing a little bit of bleed through from 1000 WMVP from Chicago. I can tell it's kind of a shrill sound going on.
Stream this game to watch it tonight. We couldn't find something. You couldn't put it on.
Female's voice coming through there. 1000 WMVP, Chicago, ESPN.
Really?
Something tells me you had a hard time finding it.
Complete for charity and learn more about their commitment to making a difference in their communities.
KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles east.
They're moving across the country. Robin.
Tree in the Kelleher Rose Garden. Up next is a 45-foot crew sailing all the way from Nova Scotia. That'll burst to life with twinkling lights tonight on Boston Common. Trees on the Commonwealth Avenue Mall will follow soon behind, creating a path of dazzling emerald green all the way to Kenmore Square.
WBZ, Boston, Massachusetts, 880 miles.
Centerpiece Ship at Martin's Park in South Boston is already looking bright. As this
exercise every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us.
WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles.
That is set before us, looking to Jesus.
COVID-19 has cast a spotlight on the stark inequalities that drive poverty. The poorest communities...
Here's Little Rock, Arkansas. This is KAAY, 570 miles to the south. I get flack for not mentioning this one a lot. It's an okay station. It's not one I listen to. It's like religious music usually.
Learn how you can help offer safety.
And we were forced to walk up on the mountainside because of the cut bank, and the water was so deep on the clay cut.
Here's 1100 WTM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles east.
In the dark at the end, I was all...
That clump of cells becomes a baby in that moment. If you get a woman a free ultrasound, if she gets an ultrasound.
Over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business.
You hear that tone difference? Amazing. KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles.
By visiting us online at tra.com.
Hint of Bloomberg Radio, WBBR.
Take a picture. I just wanted to keep going.
Thanks, we got to run, but did you see a Bigfoot?
I went into a thatch cave.
WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles.
And I had a duck in, and then I could see.
Estimate 888-7663. Stellar Roofing, Western New York's roofing experts can handle everything.
Here's Wham, Rochester, New York, which is West New York, 545 miles to the northeast. From my location.
7663. Stellar Roofing.
We're almost through. We're just gonna zip up the band.
Sir, and yeah, I just want to make sure that okay. So the
WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
So, I just really want to make sure she's not together.
That sounds like a start to Coast to Coast.
Detransitioner. So it becomes a pure exercise of
in the basement of their Boulder, Colorado home. And the Boulder Police Department side was, hey,
Here's WLAC, Nashville, Tennessee.
Who all say that the murder is Jon B.
294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
This is ESPN 1530, Cincinnati's sports station.
Run a business and not thinking about radio?
So there you go. Cincinnati Sports Station, WCKLY. Yeah, 1530. Just gonna get my list going here. We're almost through. Go back and forth with these clicky knobs. I hate the clicky knobs. I like the smooth analog. They do have that.
Think iHeart.
CHHA, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. And we're going to go up the top of the band.
In more ways than you've ever seen. Visit cdshealth.com/healthier happens together. CVS Pharmacy.
Madison.
This is KKLF 1700 AM and K238.
Okay, that's a first. We just got call letters for KKLF, which is Richardson, Texas, 790 miles to the southwest, 1,000 watts. But we're hearing some voice talk, which is KBGG, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles to the west. That's cool. That's a first. I don't think I've ever heard the call letters for KKLF. I had to look it up. Awesome. All right, cool. So let's go turn it off. There it is. The Sangean HDR-16. Hope you enjoyed the band scan from my Chicagoland area. This gives you an idea if you're near me geographically, give you an idea what you could search for, or if you're on a certain part of the country, a little more west of me or south of me or north of me or even, east of me, maybe you'll pick up some of the stations I have as well. I know some of you will tune your radios along with my video, which is pretty cool, knowing that you guys are doing that. So definitely give me a big thumbs up if you like this radio and you like this video. Awesome! 2 speakers is better than 1 speaker. Actually sounds pretty good. I like it. That auto bandwidth thing, wow, that's really a game changer, especially during the evening. It's really nice sounding. I like that. If you said you're trying to DX and you're trying to enjoy a bright station, a strong station, that's nice how it just auto bandwidths. It's got to be an auto bandwidth. I wouldn't call it auto tuning or auto tone either, but I'd say that's a bandwidth control happening there. Sounds like it. So yeah, if you like Sangean radios and want to see more, subscribe to the bell icon if you haven't already, which I'm sure most of you have. But if you haven't, yeah, feel free. This is a great channel. I post a lot of free content, a lot of deals too. Like this one on sale for super cheap. You'd see it in my members section, or not the members section, but the community section for free. You just have to be subscribed and it pops up on your little radar and you go, okay, cool, Amazon has it. So I like to steer you guys to great deals all the time, every day if I can. And of course, old time radio shows. I like to share a couple of those when I can. You guys can check those out. It's a fun time. So yeah, check out the free stuff. It's all free. If you want to join, that's great. Support the channel. I think you can join for as little as a couple bucks. Patreon, you can join for as little as $1. And you get a newsletter every month. That's cool. So if you're a member, patron, and all that stuff, yeah, you get a free newsletter every month with your membership. Love it. So I do take time and provide behind the scene content for you guys to support the channel. And yeah, thank you, Jason, for donating this radio. You're awesome. Yeah, this is a cool radio. He donated a bunch of good ones. 14, HDR-14, and a few others. So I keep rambling, but there it is. And 3, comment below what you think about the HDR-16 in 2024 and 2025 and beyond. Do you think you'll pick one up? Wow, this is a great radio. That's all I'm going to say. It's absolutely fantastic. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next awesome video.